Right, good evening. That should be us live. So what I'm going to be doing tonight is I'll be playing around on this flat Earth simulator. So supposedly, much as flat earthers say they don't have a model, obviously someone out there thinks there is, and they made this simulator. So from what I understand, it's a sort of interactive flat earth encyclopedia, if you will. Okay, and as you can see, I tested it earlier and I am already 4% of the way to Flurfdom. I've got 42 achievements to unlock, because of course it's 42. Now, much as I don't like giving flat earthers money, I think the great Lord Simon Dan will forgive me the 39 pence I spent on this. So, out of the way, let's just get this launched. Oh, and of course, my legally distinct friend Kensington Bear is here with me, because he didn't want to miss out on all the derpdom. He gets very upset if he's yes, Scott, they did see me coming. Right, so it's going to take a moment because I know it's got this big intro, it's got a launch. Okay, what's going on there? Okay. Okay, all right. Just looking at, I'll try and lower the quality. See if that will work. Okay. We might all be saved. Yeah, apparently so, Scott. Yeah, suddenly now that I've gone live, it's having issues loading it up. So I'll try and play at a lower quality, and hopefully that'll work now.
Since the Victorian age, humanity has given in to the illusion
It's
that
only
there
flat
is
Earth anyway.
a natural world which can be measured and understood.
It doesn't deserve
And through
high
close
quality.
observation, a resemblance of natural truth can be gained. Every corner of the world needed to be measured and catalogued. Through the times of further industrialization and the development of our modern society, many deemed truths of bygone eras irrelevant and dangerous, so they discarded them without asking. On the other hand, they accepted truths from periods more aligned with the political landscape of modernity without question. One question nobody seemed to
was
pose
them.
and no one ever again
Them
seemed
that
to
did it.
doubt was the shape of our world. Although our daily experiences do not suggest that the Earth is a globe, everyone seemed to just believe it as a fact. Until one brave American decided to research matters more thoroughly. Samuel Rowbotham, also known as Parallax.
He was English, wasn't he?
Why has modern science failed to recognize the true shape of the Earth?
I'll have to look that
Don't astronomy and
look
the
that up,
space
but I'm
programs
sure
clearly
Samuel
disprove
Rowbotham
what
was
humanity
English.
believed in for centuries? The flat Earth theory states that modern science is ill-equipped to answer the question because of zeticism. A zetetic forms the question, then immediately sets to work making observations and performing experiments to answer this question. It turns out, we have been asking the wrong questions all along.
Well, I'm hyped. So yeah, I'm just gonna have a quick look. Samuel Rowbotham. Yeah, he was English. Yeah. Well, there you go. Well, there you go. That's the quality of flat Earth research. We just gone through the intro, and they've already made an error. That's the quality we're dealing with here. Right. Kensington is having trouble standing up. He overdid it on St. Patrick's Day. All right, let's start. Oh, okay, I get to move it all around. Okay, I guess if I click on these, that'll tell me something. The Antarctic ice wall. Maybe a zetetic nationality is different from his globular. Yeah, why not? The Summer Gate. Okay. The Atmo plane, because they're afraid of the word spear. And the sun. All right. Gee, I don't know what the Summer Gate is. So I'm gonna start up there.
The Summer Gate. In this model, the Terran plane is represented as a solid disk with an end and a start. However, this is not the only model. Out of a sense of fairness, we should mention the infinite Earth theory.
The outer lands
theory. The Terran plane is not finite, and that beyond the ice wall, other lands exist. The most popular of these theories is the Summer Gate theory. It states that the ice wall just near New Zealand melts during the summer and leaves passage open to another ring of continents on the Terran plane. These continents are lit by another sol called Bol, or Nemesis.
Bol.
The transfer will only be possible during summer as long as Bol and Sol are near each other. So only during a short night, a ship might traverse the gate and re-emerge in the light of Bol on the other side.
Just got an achievement. Are you convinced?
Traveling to this gate is near impossible.
No, that's the short answer.
While one can traverse along the Arctic ice wall with the approval of the UN, no expedition is allowed near the supposed Summer Gate location. This gives the theory credibility and raises one question. If the Summer Gate is real, what might lie beyond
give it credibility?
Some theorize that the mythical places of Atlantis and Hyperborea, or many of the other lost continents of history, are just behind the Arctic ice wall.
Yeah, I'm racking up the achievements. Okay. Let's close that. Okay. Summergate. Hey there, Mr. Moon.
The moon is a revolving sphere. It has a diameter of 32 miles and is located approximately 3,000 miles above the surface of the Earth. The moon is thought to be spherical due to a slight rocking back and forth over its monthly cycle. The moon does not emit light by itself. It is lit by the sun. It moves from 3,000 miles to 2,000 miles over the
That is something
duration of
that's
a month,
actually correct.
thus causing the lunar cycle we observe as new moon, half moon, and full moon. It is still debated by
But you have
many of the
no
planar
idea how
astronomers
those
if
phases
the
work.
moon has a surface sufficient for anyone to stand upon it. Parallax theorized that the moon might not be as real as it seems. For example, a strong, unnatural glow around
We
its
know it's
edge
real.
can be
People have been there.
observed by anyone with a telescope or camera with sufficient zoom capabilities. Some citizen scholars investigating this interesting natural phenomena also agree that the moon is either a projection or an atmospheric reflection of a body closely orbiting the rim of the Terran plane. But for the model of the monopole flat Earth, the question of the moon's solidity is not relevant. In 1969,
Hi,
the
Cygnus.
moon was the setting of a fictional worldwide television broadcast in which the United States of America, more specifically NASA, claimed to have landed on the moon. The hoax was
Didn't claim
discovered
they
by
did.
independent researchers, but many of them have since been silenced by NASA agents or pressured into publicly stating that they were wrong.
Those damn NASA agents. Like Toon, I bet. But no, that's just people who don't know how shadows and thrust works and physics. No, we definitely went to the moon. All right, let's close that one. Okay, what we got? What was that? Wait, will this be topical? The Antarctic ice wall. You know,
The
this is
Antarctic ice wall.
Hi,
At
Claire.
the outer edge of the world, we find the Antarctic ice wall. The wall was first discovered in
This was released in
1841 by the
2020,
British
so
explorer
obviously this
James Clark
way
Ross. He circumnavigated the edge of the known Earth,
predates the final
though he
experiment.
thought himself to be at the southern pole because he simply followed the magnetic field which develops outwards from the center. The ice wall is, along most of its length, 150 meters high, and by the description of Ross, an impenetrable shield of ice, snow, and rock. Several expeditions tried to reach the presumed South Pole until the Norwegian Roland Amundsen staged a successful journey to the South Pole at one of the few places where the ice wall can be accessed. Beyond the ice wall exists a mountain range up to 2,000 meters high.
And Scott was doing his expedition at the same time.
Some predict that there is a rim.
I recommend people watch
the world stretches indefinitely.
Will Duffy's recent videos.
Today, a select
on
few
this,
ships can
it
visit
shows
the
that
outer border of the planar rim.
if the South Pole was
the southern tip
as
of
the
the
flat
Earth,
depicts
but
it,
evidence suggests it
there
is
is
only
no
the furthest
way.
from the center. If the
There's
Arctic
no way
ice wall
that,
is the outer point of the
that
world,
their two
it
parties
cannot be
could have
clearly
ended up at
determined
the same point.
due to the fact that no one has ever crossed the mountain range to our knowledge. The extent of the Terran plain cannot be reasonably determined.
Oh, was it not you, Scott? It must have been your brother then. But yeah, we pretty much conclusively know the ice wall is bollocks, and I don't think even flat earthers try and push it much these days. Not after the final experiment. They have to come up with lots more ludicrous theories. All right, so that was ice wall. Someone. Ooh, do we go with space? I mean, I'll save the NASA hate. It's just
the sun.
It's the sun.
The sun is a revolving sphere. It has a diameter of 32 miles and is located approximately 3,000 miles above the surface of the Earth. The sun's area of light is similar to the spotlight of a searchlight.
Except when you see those photos of the sun when it's in the clouds, and flat earthers think it's literally in the clouds.
Describes how night and day arise on a flat Earth.
How does that work?
The view of rising and setting are caused by perspective. Just as a flock of birds overhead will descend into the horizon as they fly into the distance. Together with the moon, the sun rotates around a mysterious
Good
central
point,
point of
Cygnus.
rotation.
About the reflectors. But yeah, perspective flat earthers think that's just their magic word. They can just say perspective, and that will solve everything. So yeah, I don't think I'm really learning much I didn't know. The atmoplane, because flat earthers are afraid of the word
atmoplane.
sphere.
The atmoplane, or atmolayer, is a series of gas layers above the inhabited part of the Earth. If the Earth is finite, as shown in this model, the atmoplane gets thinner and less dense towards the edges, where the Arctic ice wall stops the atmoplane from flowing off the edge. If the infinite Earth hypothesis is true, the atmoplane would possibly extend as infinitely as the Earth does. The atmoplane is separated into the following layers. The tropolayer, where most of the regular aircraft travel, up to 11 miles. The stratolayer, the highest ever reached layer by humans that can be reasonably confirmed, up to 30 miles.
Cygnus, this is
the extent of the mesolayer.
This is a flat Earth simulator that I got from Steam.
And polar lights.
So as I said, I wouldn't recommend it. It seems very basic. Yeah, I love they're so afraid of the word spear. They can't say it. They can't. It's gotta be atmo or atmoplane. Oh, that was nonsense. Why is it not moving? Well, there's no turtle underneath there, so we can rule that one out. All right. Yeah, let's go to NASA. Oh, yeah.
Space programs. In the 1950s, during the Cold War, the two opposing blocs of the totalitarian USSR and the free world under the leadership of the United States started the competition of the supposed space race. Why space and its supposed conquest was so important was explained by Senate Majority Leader and later President Lyndon B. Johnson. Quote, "Control of space means control of the world, the position of total control over the Earth that lies somewhere in outer space." This statement proves space was seen as an ultimate achievement, primarily on the grounds of propaganda and the invoking of fear of war capabilities. A few months later, NASA was established. Yeah. The Soviets, meanwhile, resorted to their first hoaxes with the supposed
NASA was actually
this was in reality just a radio transmission.
Basically a rebranding of the old NACA.
As previously uncovered documents at the end of the USSR in 1990 showed. However, these documents have since been confiscated by various actors. Most of the rockets tested since the beginning of the space race have been failures.
No evidence that these satellites are fake.
Rocket launches, nothing more than oversized effect shows that shoot a rocket a few thousand miles into the atmoplane until it is out of sight for most of the observers, where it deploys its parachutes and drops into the sea or is destroyed.
No, it separates
just a game of intimidation by posturing with so-called achievements in space travel, developed into a huge financial scam during the 80s and beyond to the modern day, where companies pay for satellites that would supposedly be put into orbit
just say
for
most
up to
of the rockets tested have been
$10,000 per
failures.
ton of payload. Hereby, Not only do satellite manufacturers and
There's
NASA profit from the
no
fraud,
data, no
but
figures for that.
also other new players such as SpaceX. Developing countries such as India also participate in the scam, in the hope that the huge sums involved would benefit their economies. A large community of citizen scientists do an excellent job in debunking many of the new fantasy space travel images from NASA and other agencies that are simply produced in their movie
No, they
studios,
just say it's
while the transmission of satellites are just
CGI.
relayed through a global network of radio towers. There is no flat Earth conspiracy, but a fake space flight cabal that uses the illusion of space travel to make trillions worldwide.
Yeah, Cygnus, I'd say that's a pretty accurate way of summing it up. So, it just seems to be very basic. Okay. I mean, no one is. They never do a good job in debunking anything. They just claim it's fake. Okay. Oh, now. Is that? You see, I thought that was going to be hovering over Washington, D.C., but no, it's over Greenland. So, Greenland, that's where they're covering it all up. No wonder Trump wants to buy it.
The cover-up. The fake space programs of
They are the
NASA and the
Illuminati.
Russians are the reason why the weak sphere model has been propagated during the 20th century. NASA doesn't hide the true shape of the Earth.
Sphere model.
During their early fakes, they showed pictures of the spheroid Earth and are now stuck with it. Organizations like the United Nations even show the true shape of the Earth on their flag. Because the UN was founded before NASA, the designer of the flag took the model of the monopole flat Earth as a representation. Although by the mid-60s,
No, it's just
most
because
of
they
those
wanted to
institutions
represent
had
all the
recognized the hoaxes
countries.
of the space programs.
So that
they
was just an
continued
easy
to
way to do
support
it.
The immense sums of money that are invested by governments and corporations in supposed space programs are used to a large extent to pay off the officials and many people who know about the true shape of the Earth, as well as so-called educators on TV.
That's.
In truth, an intricate web of lies has been spun to obstruct the public's clear view on reality.
I mean, the people they would need to pay off, that's going to be millions of people they would need to pay off. You know, you're talking governments, educators, you're talking pilots, geologists, basically all scientists. Oh, no, it'd be cheaper to just say the Earth is flat. But yeah, it's all nonsense. First hidden clue. Oh, there are hidden clues. Didn't know that. I think. I think that's basically it now. I think I've looked at it. I looked at the moon, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah, I thought this was going to be a bit longer, to be honest. But yeah, I think I've done everything. What do I do? I can muck about with the settings. That's right, Sims. We are all flat Earth geniuses now. We know all we need to know. Oh, there's all the time zones, which don't work, by the way. Because, yeah, they just don't. There's no match. They're just lines that I've drawn out, and they don't reflect reality. Because they don't. Flat Earthers don't realise that time zones are as much a political as a geographic point. Like there should be another time zone going through Australia here, but no, missed out. Okay, air traffic. Okay, I don't know what that's. I don't know. I've just managed to draw a spider's web on here. Are these supposed to be the flight paths? This is just a bunch of lines. Why is it all centered around here? Where is that in? Looks like. Oh, of course, the United Kingdom's at the center of everything. But is that the United Kingdom? How do I zoom in? Can't see a way to zoom in. Yeah, it's just a map. This is just a mess of lines. It doesn't. These don't mean anything. All right. Well, yeah. I thought this was gonna take a bit longer, but yeah, I guess we're all done. We are all fluffs now. We know everything we need to know. Oh, I got an achievement for that. I don't know what this flashy thing is, but the source. Yeah, it's just called Flat Earth Simulator. I found it on Steam. How do I close this? Oh, hang on. Ooh, you see that there's a little timer down here. It's gonna wait 616 seconds, and we get our next clue. Oh, the flashy thing is sun's reflection. Signals that I don't know. I just found it on Steam. See, I'm kind of interested now that I've noticed there's this little countdown thing down here. But 557 seconds, that is a long time to wait. But we do need our next clue. How are we ever going to know the truth? I know this. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? Isn't it, Scott? Can we really just 10 minutes? We can go back over all the stuff we've already looked at.
The Moon. The Moon is a revolving sphere. It has a diameter of 32 miles and is located approximately 3,000 miles above the surface of the Earth. The Moon is thought to be spherical due to a slight rocking back and forth over its monthly cycle. The Moon does not emit light by itself. It is lit by the Sun. It moves from 3,000 miles to 2,000 miles over the duration of a month, thus causing the lunar cycle we observe as new moon, half moon, and full moon. The atmoplane.
Yeah, it was
The
39p,
atmoplane, or
Cygnus.
atmosphere, is a series of gas
And
layers above the
I do
inhabited
feel
part
bad
of the Earth.
about
If the
paying
Earth
that
is finite,
extortionate
as shown
fee.
in this model, the atmoplane gets thinner and less dense towards the edges, where the Arctic ice wall stops the atmoplane from flowing off the edge. If the infinite Earth hypothesis is true, the atmoplane would possibly extend as infinitely as the Earth does. The atmoplane is separated into the following layers. The tropolayer, where most of the regular aircraft travel, up to 11 miles.
Air
The
flight, another
stratolayer,
thing
the
that
highest
Flurs
ever
just
reached
don't
layer by
understand.
humans that can be reasonably confirmed, up to 30 miles. The extent of the mesolayer and ionolayer are still debated. Their existence is assumed by the phenomenon of meteors and polar lights.
The mesolayer. Mesolayer. 400 seconds. All right. I think I will hang on until this next clue decides to turn up. But yeah, it's going to be hell to wait. There's no dome. I noticed that. You know, where's the dome? Yeah. Let's tip it up. Oh yeah, you can see the water. It's all pouring out over South America now. We know this doesn't work because wait for this to go over here. Right. So I say this is about where oh, it might. That's a good point. Can I change my time manually? No. That is an old school gamer trick, changing the time on you. Yeah. But this is why fluff explanations don't work. Because here they were at Union Glacier, and they could see the sun all the way over here. Even though they would have actually been looking like to the south of them to see it. Oh, less than 4 minutes now. See, why would they design it like this? This is just typical Flurfs. They don't know how to do anything right. So I hope everyone is now recovered from St. Patrick's Day, when everyone is Irish for the day. What can I do in here? Photo mode. Ooh. Okay. How do I actually... Okay, well, that didn't work. Here we go. Also, no dome, but it does imagine space. So again, you know, I guess there is at least one flat earther out there who believes in space. You know, it's not water above a firmament. All right. 50 seconds. Thirty seconds. This reveal is really not going to be worth it, is it? It's going to be, ooh, water seeks its level. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stories give meaning in a chaotic world full of noise, confusion, and uncertainty. Well, that wasn't worth it, was it? Just to get this little picture of a butterfly. Okay, well, yeah, that absolutely was not worth it at all, and I'm not going to wait 860 seconds for the next one. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I did think there was going to be more to it, but yeah, I guess we're just done with it. We found out everything there is to know. So So yeah, I'm going to log out of this then. Where do I? Right. Just going to quit that. So that's the Flat Earth Simulator. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I'm only halfway there. If I want to get all the achievements, I'll have to I'll have to load it up again and wait for the countdown. Yeah, somehow I don't think I'll be going back for that. And I don't think it'll make great viewing either. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I thought there would be a little more to it than that, but that's yeah, that's it. All right. Thank thank you for joining me. And if you did like this, brief as it was, please feel free to give a like. And I'll see you all the next time.